Sunday Night Football primetime game. Bills in our house, Pittsburgh Steelers. The Bills get the win, clinch a playoff berth. Final score 17-10, winning for only the second time in Pittsburgh. The last win was 1993. Unfortunately, Delvin Hodges threw 4 interceptions. 2 of them were 2-game killing drives that could have tied or even won us the game. So I have to stand here front and center, sports opinion log LexAnderson, and I have to own and take the loss. But in doing so, we are now going to get on officially with the show. So here it is, America, sports fans, sports opinion loggers nationwide, the greatest sports show in all of social media, in all of Instagram TV, LexAnderson Sports Opinion Log, with over 500 views, UFC 245 post-fight, and 7 months ago, NFL Draft, over 900 views as I labeled the Giants as what they are, a racist organization. So this isn't for you Giant fans of color, Hispanic, Latino. This is for you, the racist-ass white Giant fans that dare to attack me on my channel, on my video, calling me all types of shit. But look at your fucking team now, losers, motherfuckers. How about that, huh? As Eli gets a wave of goodbye, even though technically I believe that there's still another home game to play, which he should not play in, let him retire with an overall record of 117 and 117 with 2 Super Bowls. But best believe you me, Eli Manning is not a Hall of Famer. Your Duke family pick drafted white boy Daniel Jones, who is a turnover machine. If you sack him, he fumbles. If you let him throws, it's an INT. And sometimes it'll even be a goddamn pick 6. So you white racist Giant fans, the future's looking real bright for you assholes, because like I said, the evolution of the quarterback, have you not seen who the top tier players are? Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to mention Dak Prescott, who I was hyping up earlier in the season to be given a lucrative payday. Oh, Russell Wilson, there we go. It's men of color who are dominating the game. Something, of course, that the Giants will never realize because they want to stick in their white, stoic, white mannerisms and stick with their pocket passers. Good luck with that, losers. And speaking of losers, let's just talk about it. The Cowboys and their fans celebrating mediocrity, finally beating a team with a winning record. It is a miracle that it's not too little, too late. What was the final score on that? 44-21. I didn't even see that coming. That was crazy. The Rams, who beat the Seahawks, lose to the Cowboys. The Cowboys, who 7 of those losses, 4 of them were winnable games, especially the Thanksgiving game, especially when the Jets got their first win of the season. And somewhere on Twitter, there's a video feed of a clock putting a 1 next to a 6 and fans going crazy. That is fucking pathetic. Jerry Jones wants to live to see another Super Bowl, and y'all are actually applauding a team that's 1-6 versus teams with winning records. Oh, by the way, the Giants did beat the Dolphins 36-20 final score. But let's talk about it. The prophet, right? That's who I am. I'm going to cash in my chips. I told y'all when Odell Beckham had the interview in GQ that he would never, ever be legendary like Jerry Rice. And as we are less than a couple of weeks away from entering not only a new year but a new decade, the Cleveland Browns are the only team to not have a winning record in a decade. And OBJ topped his own inept list for most drops in a season. So how about that? How about them apples? But no one wants to believe the prophet. No one wants to listen to LexAnderson. Well, now, motherfuckers, you can hear me loud and clear because the format's changed. I'm the top 1%, and I am here to use my platform to say, aha, I told you so. You know nothing. That's why it's the ignorant masses against the top 1% or LexAnderson. It's the sheep, the Hispanics, the Latinos, with the curly blonde top like Odell Beckham will also be losers like Odell Beckham. Because like I've said before, all that glitters isn't gold. He's all sizzle, but he's no steak. Actually, he's like cheap Chinese food pepper steak. While LexAnderson Sports Opinion Log, the top 1%, yeah, Whole Foods, ribeye, boneless, $20 a pound. That's what I am. Odell Beckham, fucking ghetto Bronx pepper steak. Whew, my goodness. What else do we got here going on? Monday Night Football, Colts at Saints. That should be crazy. Minnesota over the Chargers, 39-10. Brother K, we talk about it all the time. Phillip Rivers is trash. He's a dud. It's time for the Chargers to move on. Let him go. Melvin Gordon ran for what, 28 yards? The same Melvin Gordon that held out, who I said wasn't going to be worth a damn when he came back. Prophecy fulfilled. Now it's time to get rid of Phillip Rivers' old ass, start anew in your overrun, financially draining, billion-dollar SoFi Stadium. It's over. And speaking of move, how about that Derek Carr last night with that horrific loss for the fans of the Blackhole? That was pretty devastating. Jacksonville, 20-16 final score. That was a bad loss. The Oakland Raider fan base deserves better. They didn't get better. They go out on a losing note. Gardner Minshew on some game-winning drives. Just straight devastating, honestly. And speaking of devastating, Falcons 29, Niners 22. Who saw that coming? Who would have thought in the red zone that Matt Ryan would have actually hooked up with Julio Jones? Because they do have the worst quarterback-wide receiver duo red zone percentage. And how about the lean-in? That's what it's about. That is so truly what it's about. And, but sadly, it's too little, too late. I'm sure that means nothing to Arthur Blank, who has invested over $300 million on a team that is absolute garbage, absolute trash. I told you before, Super Bowl fallout, 28-3, another prophecy as decreed by yours truly, the prophet. That's just the way we're rocking and rolling, man. That's just the way it is. Truth hurts. The truth does hurt. And there really wasn't nothing else going on. Special shout out to my boy Brysto and my boy Pisito representing the Eagles, 37-27 over the Washington Redskins. It was a close game. It did look scary initially. And, yeah, that's it. Seattle defeats the Panthers, 30-24. So right now, things are truly falling into place. So this is where the excitement's going to begin, wild card-wise. Who's going to scramble? Who's going to get into Steelers' fall to 8-6? But, hey, until you hear the words mathematically eliminated, which is why the Eagles and the Cowboys still have a chance, there is still a chance for us, Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel City, Giant fans, racist whiteheads, fuck y'all, 100%. Monday Night Football, I got to get ready. Colts, Saints, the Saints are dangerous at home. If you need a decree, if you need a prediction by yours truly, the prophet, let's go with it. New Orleans, show me something. Miss Anderson, Diva, I'm going for your team. So let's make it happen. New Orleans is in the house, in the building, dangerous at home. Does Jacoby Brissett have what it takes? I will say, I don't really think so. But you know what I also think? That I've come to the end of this episode, and I'm signing out.